Holy smokers, look at them jokers. Wow, did May go fast, and as usual, there were thousands upon thousands of phishing emails that were being sent out by the hackers, or what I like to call the pirates, trying to scam you guys into having some terrible, terrible things happen to you, such as identity theft, fraud, having your devices hacked, which could allow the hacker or the pirate to do whatever the F they want to your device, such as deleting all of that data off your device, holding your data for ransom, so you have to pay to access that data, stealing that data off of your device, recording you without your knowledge via your webcam or your microphone, or if you have this happen to you at work, it could potentially take your whole organization down, and many, many more terrible things. That's just the tip of the iceberg of what can happen to you if you fall for a phishing scam. So today I'm going to be reeling in the top 3 phishing scams of May 2020. I'm going to be teaching you guys what those phishing scams look like, what happens if you fall for those phishing scams, and then most importantly, how to not fall for those phishing scams so you do not have to have those terrible things happen to you. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first phishing email that I'm reeling in for the month of May is a Microsoft Teams phishing email. Microsoft Teams, for those of you that don't know, Microsoft Teams is a video conferencing solution that does exactly what it says. It allows you to talk to other people inside of Teams. Teams can be created to have a meeting with a bunch of different users as if you're all together in one room, except you're virtually apart, and allows you to share files with those people in that room and your screen with all those people if you want and you're the presenter. It's kind of like Zoom, GoToMeeting, WebEx, if you've used any of those platforms. I tell you what, guys, it's been an absolute savior to my organization. During this whole coronavirus situation, we had to have a lot of our employees be working from home, and this has just been an absolute saver for my organization, and I'm sure a lot of other organizations are using this application to help themselves during this coronavirus situation as well. So it is fitting that the pirates would like to take advantage of this by sending out a phishing email to people that are not paying attention and scam people. Alright, so here's one example of what a phishing email could look like from Microsoft Teams. And there's a ton of different variations of this scam. This is just one variation of it. So as you can see in this email, basically it's saying that your teammates are trying to reach out to you in Microsoft Teams, and there's a file that you have to open for your review. It's common in Teams when you're not available to get emails like this if you miss messages or were sent some files. Let's say you're getting this and you click that link to view the Teams link to see what files you got. And because you know sometimes it's like Christmas when you got a file and you want to know what it is and you want to open that file up. Generally it's not a present you want to unwrap, but some people cannot resist. So you smash that link, and while you're at it, you're smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm as well, because you're feeling good today. And then you may get something that ends up looking like this, and it's another prompt that says your unread offline messages left by teammates, and then generally you'll see a button down below to click on to view those messages. So what are you gonna do? You're so excited to see that Christmas present and unwrap that thing, so you're gonna smash that button to see what that file is, right? So you smash that button to see what the file is, which in this case is that purple button that's covered up, and you get to a login page that looks like an Office 365 Microsoft login page. You know, the one that you would normally use when you sign into Teams. You think nothing of it and you sign into this page because you want to see that file. then boom, the attacker has your login information and could potentially hack your Microsoft and Office 365 account and do whatever the F they want with your Office 365 account. Alright, so how can you protect yourself in this situation? Well, look at the sender in this situation, the sender name. That does not look like a Microsoft related address, does it? I mean, we have no reply at SharePointOnline-IRS.com. Why the heck would the IRS be sending you a Microsoft Teams message when you don't even affiliate with the IRS or your organization is not the IRS? Just think about it. I mean, heck, this isn't even a legit IRS link. It's some garbage SharePoint Online-IRS link, obviously.
Fake news.
Plus, this email looks so junky and unprofessional for a Microsoft Teams notification. I mean, Microsoft is a giant company and they're going to have this thing polished up to the T, right? So know what your notifications look like. If the email differs from those, the email is likely
a scam.
And then up at the top of the message, you can see that the message is external, which could be a red flag if you're using Microsoft Outlook or Microsoft Exchange for your emails, because that platform is Microsoft's platform, just like Microsoft Teams is, and it would not be an external email in that situation. Now, if you're using Gmail or something like that, then maybe you would see that notification. But if you're using Outlook and Microsoft Exchange, you shouldn't see that notification with Teams. And then finally, always hover over links before you click on them and go anywhere. In this case, it is not going to a Microsoft related link, as you'll see on the next page here soon. That is a red flag. Alright, so you go ahead and smash that link because you didn't catch it on the first page that this was a scam. And you can see this page. Well, as we were talking about before, check your link before clicking on it, but if you happen to go to the page accidentally, check the link up in that address bar as well, and you can see that this link is going to us4.campaign-archive.com. This does not sound anything like a Microsoft website, right? So, that is a major flag that this is a scam. Check that address bar when you're going to websites and make sure that what you're looking at is actually something that is legit for an address, right? But you didn't follow my advice, you click through anyway, and you get to this nice Microsoft looking web page to sign in and see your message. And once again, up in that address bar, check that link. Especially if you are on a login page, you always want to check that link in the address bar. As you can see here, firebase-storage.googleapis.com, nothing to do with Microsoft. So do not enter your information. Once you see that, close out of this page, delete that email, and move on with your life, so that you don't get your Microsoft information stolen from you and have terrible things happen to your Microsoft account, right? And then the final thing I want to point out on this email is make sure that you have two-factor authentication set up on every account that you possibly can. In this situation, your Microsoft account, so that way if you happen to fall for a scam like this, and the attacker gets your username and password, they cannot just simply log into your account because they got to get that second factor that you set up on your other device, right? Without that second factor, it's going to be much more difficult to get into your account. Alright, so the second phishing scam that we're reeling in for the month of May of 2020 is a preying on people desperate for money due to the whole Rona virus situation. It's a work from home email scam, as you can see here. Here's one of the variations. This one starts out with, "Dear whatever your name is, Mr. Awesome," I don't know. "How are you feeling today? My name is Pirate." We're going to say that in this situation. I work for the pirating organization. Normally this would be like somebody saying that they're working for Wells Fargo. They're like the HR director for Wells Fargo, and human resources. We are currently recruiting people that wish to work from home and likewise help us run little errands around the United States. We need a personal assistant to work for our company and do our personal chores. Our great company is now short of staff because of current pandemic outbreak in the world, which is very sad. Yes, it is very sad. The fact that the scammers would take advantage of you in this situation. All right, continuing on. As we have lost great staff and vital, important people, this is painful and we will send our sincere prayers to their families. Oh, how nice of them. They're praying for you before they scam you. Furthermore, this job is open to people that are ready to earn some extra income while they even maintain their full-time business. You really do not need work experience. As a company, we will train you and make you understand the little task in your front. Well, that sounds weird. That's probably a red flag already, right? This is a part-time job. If you interested, let us know by your response to this message. You will have to work from home because of the coronavirus, and if you need to go out, our company will provide every necessary assistance you need. Yours faithful, the pirate. Or the HR director of Wells Fargo or whatever. Alright, so that's just one variation. Here's another real quick short variation of the scam. Hello, do you live in Canada / the United States and you are laid off from work due to the recent global crisis with COVID-19? You can work from home and get paid $5,000 monthly. Email me for more details, and then they list their email down below. Alright, so what happens if you fall for this and take this job? Because who wouldn't want $5,000 a month working from home, right? It seems so easy. About as easy as smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm and getting paid $5,000. You better try that out because you never know when you might get $5,000 for smashing that like button, right? Well, you do indeed get a job. You get a series of tasks transferring money around for your new boss or the pirates. But this money was stolen by the pirates, and they're tasking you with transferring it to make it harder to track that they stole it and for them to get in trouble so that they can get off scot-free. And meanwhile, you are the one that gets in trouble. You become a money mule. Anyway, the FBI warns of this with this statement here. Acting as a money mule, allowing others to use your bank account or conducting financial transactions on behalf of others not only jeopardizes your financial security and compromises your personally identifiable information, but it is also a crime. Protect yourself by refusing to send or receive money on behalf of individuals and businesses for which you are not personally and professionally responsible. Alright, so the bottom line is really that last statement that the FBI said. Protect yourself by refusing to send or receive money on behalf of individuals and businesses for which you are not personally and professionally responsible. Basically, that line is saying, don't take or send money to random strangers that you met on the internet, no matter how enticing the offer is. I mean, $5,000 seems like an amazing amount to be able to work from home, right? And it seems almost too good to be true. And that's one of the things that you should be looking in these phishing emails for. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is, right? And I never advise taking job offers that are sent to you by email that you did not initiate in the first place. You are just asking for trouble by doing so. Alright, so the final phishing email that we're reeling in for the month of May of 2020 is a Rona virus daily update report scam. As you can see, you got this email from the Johns Hopkins Center. There's this report inside of it for Rona. It basically says that the WHO COVID-19 situation report from May 2019 reported 4.2 million confirmed COVID-19 cases, 80,000 something new, and 288,000 something deaths. And if you look at the title of this email, it's enticing to open because it says COVID-19 May 12th horrible charts. Not just May 12th charts, they're horrible charts, right? So, of course, you're going to want to open this attachment because there could be some horrible information inside of there, right? So what do? You open up that attachment because you want to see that information. And look what we got here. We got all this information in here. Looks like you're scot-free, right? Well, you see that enable content button up at the top of that attachment, and you want to make sure that you're not missing anything, so you smash that enable content button, and boom, guess what? You just enabled malware that can do whatever the F it wants to your system. Congratulations. All right, so how can you defend yourself in this situation? My first advice is there's thousands upon thousands of these coronavirus phishing scams that are out there. If you're getting anything related to COVID, just delete it. If you want to see a report on it, go to the Johns Hopkins actual website. You can see that they have this nice report of everything that you need to know in the United States about the coronavirus trends. I'll post a link down below in the description so you guys can check this out. If you're Googling stuff like this, be careful of these things because there's some sites out there that pretend to be trackers like this, but have malware on them. So you gotta be extra careful in those if you're doing a search for these things. So this is all that you need to view trends. Don't be viewing them through emails, right? And then finally, like I always say, 99% of the time, when you have to hit that enable content button because there's macros involved in the content, do not hit that enable content button. It will almost always be a death sentence for whatever device that you're using, and install malware that can do whatever the F it wants to that device. So do not click on that. Unless, of course, you want terrible things to happen to your device, then go right ahead, but don't say I didn't tell you so. Alright, so I hope you guys learned a lot from this video. I come out with these top 3 phishing email videos each and every single month, so that my hope is that you guys are checking these out every single month and you guys start to build an immunity to these phishing trends and start to recognize patterns to the point it almost becomes like a vaccine in your brain, so that you just automatically start picking up these phishing trends without even thinking about them, and you don't fall for them and have all these terrible things happen to you that we talked about earlier in this video. Anyway, I'll post the previous month's videos down below. If you guys like this content, make sure you're smashing that like button, hitting the subscribe button, and hitting that notification bell to be able to promote this content up on YouTube so more people like you can see this content and help protect themselves from falling for phishing emails. Make sure you're sharing this out with everybody that you know to get as many people involved in seeing this. I want to try to protect as many people as possible because phishing is one of the top ways that people have cybersecurity incidents happen to them. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them down below. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a fantastic day.